We have Joe checking out the plane. And he just drove it into himself.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Joe, I think it works. Hey everyone, I'm out here today with the A170. This is a viewer request. Now I mentioned before, a lot of times since people put comments below my drone videos, a lot of people ask me to review certain drones, and often people ask me to review RC cars, RC helicopters, RC planes, RC boats, and trucks and whatever. So every now and then I go to the viewer requests, especially with summer here, and I pick a few and then I get them on my channel and I'm going to review them. So this is the A170, which is a 787 Boeing. As you can see here, it's an RC plane for the RC hobby, and it is supposed to be for beginners. And that's why I'm reviewing it, because a lot of viewers on this channel obviously fly drones, but a lot of them also want to fly RC planes and they want a beginner plane to start learning. So I've got this one now, so this should be pretty good. It comes with the remote. I think it's a 4-channel, could be a 6-channel, I'm not really sure. Comes with its own battery and chargers, so you're pretty much all set. You just have to assemble it. You'll see in the unboxing, it's really simple to put together. Apparently with the included battery, you can get 8 minutes of flight time, but that's depending on how you fly. If you're an aggressive pilot, you're not going to get 8 minutes. If you're a casual flyer, you'll get 8 minutes. If you're flying on a day like today, I've got wind, it depends on the weight and everything, you may or may not get 8 minutes. It depends how easy you take it. This is a Maiden for me, so I have no idea what to expect, so I'm not going to get 8 minutes. I won't be flying. I'm going to land it before it gets up to 8 so I don't kill this thing. On the remote up here on the very top, I'm pointing to it. I'll show you a picture. It does have a switch on it that says surround, 6G and 3D modes. So I'm not really sure what they all do. I think surround makes it fly around you. Of course, 6G means it's stabilization, and 3D probably takes the stabilization off, I would think. I honestly don't know. We're going to find out when I fly it today. So the two motors right here are brushless motors, so that means tons of power. I think you can hand toss it, just throw it, plunk, and it will fly if you keep the acceleration going. Also, the wingspan from here to here is 660 millimeters, and from the nose to the back is 640 millimeters. So you can probably easily fit this in your car to take it wherever you wish. You can disassemble it if you want to pull the wings off. You can certainly do that and then assemble it at the field. It's pretty simple. There's 2 screws that go right here and it's all put back together. All right, so wish me luck. Let's go fly this. All right, so what I have to do now is grab the plane because I believe the wind is coming into my face. It's not windy too much, but every now and then a big breeze comes, so I'm going to go with this side of the parking lot. See, my Jeep is back there. I'm trying to carry everything with one hand, so this video is probably bouncing all over the place, but I'm going to put it over here and I'm going to take off down that way towards the porta potties. All right, to get this going, I'm going to turn on the remote. Makes a beep. It's all set to go. Put you over there. And then we just have to attach our battery and we're all set. So the battery's got a little battery compartment down here. Watch this, I'm gonna attach it. It's very fast. There we go, you can see it. All the flaps, ailerons, the elevators in the back start moving. And you just take this battery, here, I'll have to hold it up to show you. Take this, here the camera can see it. You take this battery and you shove it in a little hole down there. There's a little hole. And that's gonna get your center of gravity correct as well. There we go, put it all the way in. Squeeze it down, squish all this stuff in, take your little cover and stick that back on, push the wires out of the way, oops, wrong way, push the wires out of the way, get that all correct, there we go. So we're ready to fly, all right? So then just put this on the ground, and now, to make sure it works, I'm staring at it, let's give some throttle, whee! And let's check out our little ailerons here. Looks good. Okay, so we're all set. Our plane is down there. Now, please note, I don't have a camera on the plane at the moment. All I have to film this plane with is basically what is on my head, this GoPro hat, as it flies by, because I don't have anybody out here to assist me at the moment. So I'll try to keep the plane low. I just have to be careful with these posts up there. See those light posts? They reach up and grab planes out of the sky and boink! It ends in disaster every time, so I might walk over to another field to land it. Anyways, let's see how it goes. Here we go, first flight. Take off, take off. There we go, she's up. All right, let's bring it back. Can you see it up there? I've got full up elevator to keep it up in the air, but there we go. So like I said, this is a beginner plane. There it is. Ooh, the elevators are slow on this thing to operate, but there we go. Oh, it's fast. It's fast. So is this a beginner plane? Well, definitely it is, because it's so simple to fly. It's flying itself. I'm just holding my fingers still on the joysticks. All I'm doing is keeping the up elevator up and the throttle forward. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Gotta watch out for the trees, but here we go. Dive bombing us now over the trees. It's coming down. There she is. Wiggly, 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 because of the wind. All right, coming down at our head. There she is, and turn. Woohoo! All right, let's bring it down over onto the landing pad over here. We have a little landing area. Bringing it back this way. Look at how much walking I'm doing in the field. This is made for a park flyer. So if you're gonna fly this, go fly it out in a park. You're gonna see I'm walking over to a park over here. I'm trying to keep my head focused on it. I've got it nice and high, so got some good altitude. I'm gonna bring it towards me. I'll bring it down a little bit. And then over this way, get some authority on the speed. Going this way. For a jet airliner, it flies faster than I expected. Okay, let's bring it back. See this big strip here? This is where I'm gonna land it. So, I'm sort of walking into the wind here. There she is up there, beautiful looking. All right, I have to go around again. I have to do a wider turn, hang on. Wide turn, here we go. Wide turn. Oh, missing all the posts, missing all the posts. Look at that, miss all the posts. All right, and wide turn that way, and then wide turn back. And we're coming in for a landing now. Here we go. Okay, I'm killing the throttle. That was the worst landing known to man, but I brought it down and there we go. Okay, so from that last landing, I don't see any damage. Everything looks good. Wheels are good. The motors are all good. So first flight went really well, and I've made an adjustment for the next flight. The only problem is I only have one battery. That's the only bad thing with this. It only comes with one battery, and I don't have a lot of other batteries this size 3S, so with an XT30 connector. I'll have to go home and check. Anyways, the adjustment I made is, for at least for my preference, is in the back here. I don't know if I could bring that close. I'll show you. This is what I've made for future flights. You see, when you get this, the connectors that go to the servo inside all the way out are attached to the lower circle on this horn. So I've attached it to the middle circle, so I get a bit more throw for up and down. At least I believe so. You could also adjust it and make it shorter or longer as you wish. I just found when I was flying it there, in order to keep the nose up, maybe I had the nose too heavy with too much weight in the front. In order to keep the nose up, I had to give it lots of throttle and 100% full up elevator, and then it went up and it could climb and everything. But as soon as I reduced throttle or let go of that elevator, well, then the nose started to come down. And that's what you do to bring it down for landing, or anytime you want to bring it lower to the ground. It's great there. Also for turning, I find the turning radius is quite large, because if you look at the back right here, look at the tail, there is no rudder on this. So what it does is, I think the motors, as you go right and left, I think in conjunction with the ailerons, I think what they do is, you know, ailerons will flip your plane this way and that way. I think what they do is maybe one motor pulls a bit more than the other motor, and that causes you to turn. It flies well. I had no issues with the way it flew, especially since it's pretty windy. Some people wouldn't fly in wind like this, planes, but I don't have a problem flying. I only learned how to fly planes in the month of May of this year. So this is a lot of fun for me to be out here doing this. Now, we're supposed to have rain for the next 3 or 4 days. I'm not really sure how long the rain's gonna last, but if the sun comes out again, I'll bring this back out to the field and I'll let some of the other guys fly it around and get their impressions of what they think. And that way I can take an external camera and follow it around and get some footage. So if that comes up next, if you see that coming up next, then it happened. We have Joe checking out the plane, and he just drove it into himself. Oh, yeah. Hey, Joe, I think it works.
It's got power.
And Steve, you're gonna try it?
That's what the rumor is.
All right.
All yours, brother.
All right. Wish me luck.
You want to try in the parking lot?
Yeah, we're going to take off right this way like the captain said. Ready, Steve?
Yeah, I'm ready anytime.
So it's 3D is the bottom. Oh, that's circle.
Once you're in the air, if you flick the switch forward, supposedly it's supposed to circle around.
It's around, I guess, because it's circle.
Yeah,
okay.
It's supposed to circle.
Oh, power.
That's scary. Oh,
it's not twitchy. Surprisingly, that from the videos I've seen of other reviewers,
Whoa, that looks cool.
Just try to fly.
Oh, you got it to roll around. Lots of spectators for the flight of this plane. All right, Joe's gonna give the plane a try. Here we go, his first flight with this plane. And he misses the post.
I see.
Keep going over. There we go, that's a good shot.
Go up, baby, go up.
What did you think, Joe?
I loved it. It's pretty scale. It's not too acrobatic. It has a nice presence in the air. I like it.
Cool. And Steve, you were piloting it that time?
You don't have to fly full throttle. Just go up there and fly half throttle. It flies real nice. Just the elevator doesn't have that much authority, and the ailerons don't let you roll it. But it will loop for you, and you have to keep the power on a little bit when you're landing. Otherwise, it sinks too fast. But yeah, it's easy to fly, easier than I thought.
All right, so the next thing to show you is what comes in the box. Check this out. This is the box your A170 comes in, and inside the box you'll find your plane, remote, battery, and accessories. The plane comes in several pieces and is easy to assemble. Flipping over the fuselage, you can see the integrated electronics, and you'll notice there is no separate receiver. On the wings, you can see the servos, ailerons, and two brushless motors. Everything is pre-wired, so it's just a matter of putting items together and plugging in the cables. This is a Y connector that connects the two wing cables together. And this is a spar that goes between the two wings to give them rigidity. Finally, you have the tailpiece that just screws in place, and the battery cover shown here, as well as the wheels, they just snap in place. Screws and a screwdriver are provided to assist with assembly of the plane. A 3-cell lipo battery and battery charger are provided. 2 spare fan blades are also provided. The 4-channel radio feels good in the hands and has easily identifiable switches, and to power this you will need 6 AA batteries, not included. The final item would be the assembly and operation manual, and when your plane is all assembled it will look like this. They say it's made for beginners as long as you know how to fly a drone. If it's your first time using a remote, it might be a little bit daunting, but if you fly like camera drones, DJI, Autel and stuff like that, it should be pretty self-explanatory how everything works. But overall, it's pretty decent. I just wish it came with more battery, since it is an all-in-one ready-to-fly kit where you get the plane, you get the battery, brushless motors. It does have a range of, I think, 200 meters, so that's pretty far for an RC plane, because you're never going to fly that far. You won't see it anymore. And of course, like all RC products, if it goes out of range and this doesn't communicate anymore, all that happens is it goes into default mode, the motor's shut off, the elevators just go plunk flat, and ailerons and everything else, and it will just glide down, and hopefully it doesn't glide down into traffic or trees or buildings, but it will glide down and hit the ground someplace, and it seems pretty sturdy. That was a really tough landing I did, hard on gravel, and everything survived. Anyways, you go check out the links below, see if it's the plane for you. Remember, it is an all-in-one kit, so when you get an all-in-one kit, you get the battery, the plane, and the remote, and some other accessories. That's probably why it's the price it's at, because usually when you buy an RC plane, you don't get them all in one kit, you just get the plane. And you have to own the batteries, you have to own the charger, you have to own the remote and everything else, and then you go from there. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions on it, post below and I will get back to you. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in another video soon. Take care. Bye.